Hi everyone, thanks for coming to this Tai Chi Qigong embodied mindfulness session. So just start by putting your hands over your dantian, over your chi hai. So just below your belly button, on your belly. Just let the shoulders relax down to the elbows. And then just have the hands just gently stuck to the body. Let the head top float up and the tailbone sink down, relaxing and softening the front of the body. Feel your feet pressing down onto the ground. Relax the hips, relaxed and open hips, so that the weight can flow down into the leg strength, into the ground support. Just letting the breathing come and go naturally, calm and relaxed. Okay, so we're going to start with the first posture. The first posture, we are going to relax and we're going to keep the legs supporting us. So don't lean forward off the legs. Sit down into the legs. You can bring the tailbone, can come under slightly, and you can let the head hang forward. So just try to relax into this position, just with a sense of calm, body-focused awareness. Just keep the tailbone sinking towards the ground and the head top heavy and hanging over naturally. Same with the shoulders, relaxed and hanging. You'll notice that the breathing is encouraged into the back in this position. Keep the weight in the middle of the feet. Don't let your weight go too far to the heels or too far to the front of the foot. Just keep relaxing the head and simultaneously the tailbone sinking down and slightly tucking under with the legs. So in a sense, you're gently stretching your spine from the bottom with the tailbone and from the top with the head. And to get the most out of this exercise, we want to find all the tension in the front of the body and just let go of it. So the front of the body can collapse naturally as much as possible. Just let the breathing go into the back and into the sides of the body more now. Very good. And then pushing from the strength of the legs, roll up through the spine. Head coming up last. Just come back to your most natural, neutral, comfortable standing position. And feel the body. Feel the weight in the feet. Don't lock out the legs by pushing the hips forward. Keep the hips very slightly sitting. Now we're going to stretch the front of the body. So we let the hands float up. Just relaxing, extending up, and stretch up as far as you can, like you're really trying to reach something. But keep the shoulders relaxed as you stretch. Keep the neck free. Don't bind up the head and the neck. Keep a little bit of strength in the legs. Don't lock them back. Don't push the knees back, for instance. And now very slightly reaching up with your left hand, letting the weight come slightly to your right foot and feel that spiraling stretch across the body and relaxing back to the center. Reaching up with the right hand, weight going slightly more to the left foot, stretching and reaching up. Just repeat that a couple of times, just feeling the line from the foot to the fingers, from the foot to the head top, just feeling that long vertical linear stretch. Whole body participating. One more each side. Stretching. Breathing as naturally as you can. You'll notice the breathing is more naturally into the front of the body in this position. And relaxing. See if you can drop the shoulders as the hands go down. Just relax and sit very slightly lower in the hips, very slightly sitting, as if there's a high stool behind you or something. Very, very good. Excellent. So now we're going to do the circling of the dantian. Please don't think of this as a stretch. This is an integrative exercise, a body-mind awareness exercise, and we're trying to integrate all the different strategies of the body, show the body how it can effortlessly manage what it needs to. So we're taking the dantian back behind its neutral position, and then to the side of that neutral position, in front of that neutral position, to the other side, and back around behind its neutral resting position. And this is the essence of the exercise, is the active moving of this part of the body around its neutral resting position. You may notice that the head moves a little bit, but that should simply be as a passive result of the moving of the dantian. Similarly, you'll feel the weight changing in the feet, track the weight, going more into the back of the foot, being more in the right foot, more in the front of the feet, more in the left foot. So you can track that change in weight, but it's a passive result of moving this part of the body. So this is one of the key yin-yang expressions or examples of movement. When you throw a pebble into a pool of still water, you have yin and yang coming together. The action, the movement of the stone, the action, meeting the stillness of the water, and you have the little explosion, the little splash as it hits, and then you see the ripples moving out away from that action. So as we move like this, we want to be the stone, we want to be the action, the movement here in the dantian, inside the body. And then the fact that this arm is now hanging, and as I come around, it comes to the front of my body, and then as I go through, it falls back to the back of my body, and then as I move around, it hangs again. So I'm not doing this, but if I'm relaxed, then the body acts in accordance with nature. So I'm trying to be yang in my dantian and yin everywhere else, passive and calm, quiet everywhere in the body, and active and moving in the dantian. Next time you get to the front, just change direction of rotation, and don't make the mistake of seeing this as a stretch. It's not a stretch. Doing it may open areas of the body that were previously a little bit compressed or contracted, and that's a beneficial aspect of the exercise. But we're not primarily stretching. We're primarily trying to move very smoothly, continuously, and sticking to the correct intention and manifestation. Okay, so this is we're touching on an aspect of Tai Chi theory. You have the intention. I have a bit of waste paper, and I throw it, and my intention is for it to land in the waste paper basket, and it misses. Another time it lands in. So you have the intention, and then you have the action. And it's the same with the Qigong, Tai Chi Qigong. So basically, it's my intention that this is my understanding of the exercise. I want the body to move like this. Sometimes it comes together correctly. Sometimes it's not quite right. That's the practice. So you really want to be moving this around its neutral position, just staying as relaxed and comfortable and body-centered as you can as you move. Keep the movement smooth and flowing, calm and easeful. And coming back to your neutral resting posture, as relaxed and as calm as you can. Just let the hands float up, loosely interlocking the fingers, and just without tensing the shoulders, just roll the hands, just rolling the hands. Keep the legs slightly bent at the hips, change direction with the hands. Keep the shoulders very calm, head floating up, breathing naturally, and just trying to get your head around this simple rolling action with the hands. And changing direction. If you interlock the fingers too tightly, it can be quite difficult to do this. So keep the fingers relatively loosely interlocked. Okay, so taking the weight to one side, putting the left foot behind you, and then just keeping a little bit of weight on the front of the foot. Use the hip to move the knee in a circle. And in the action of moving the knee, we roll the ankle through a series of changes. Just try and feel the balance down through the right side of the body. And just gently circling, very calm again. Not really stretching, it's more diagnostic. Just letting the ankle function and the knee function as freely as possible. Okay, and then put the foot on the ground and then move the weight over and feel that line that you've just been diagnosing and putting through its paces. And you feel it's able to now, it just balances, holds your weight naturally, move the right foot behind and just circling. Comfortable and relaxed, and keep the left line sort of in mind now. Don't just lock it up and forget about it. Your weight is being borne by that side. The balance is reliant on that side. Keep the head top floating, breathing naturally. Very good. Just put the foot down and move the weight onto it. And just feel that connection to the ground through the ankle and the substance of the foot. Body of the foot, the hip, the knee, taking the weight of the torso and the arms and the head, strength of the legs, etc. Very, very good. Excellent. So now we're going to do a breathing exercise. So we've been working on this idea that we want all areas of the body. So the top of the front here, the ribs here, the tummy, the sides of the body, the back, and the lower back and the upper back, middle back. Everything wants to open. It's the opening of this that draws breath into the body. And it's the relaxing and compressing and collapsing of this that pushes breath out of the body. So trying to get this feeling of the body relaxing and breathing very naturally. So we're going to do a breathing exercise. So if you sit slightly, and each time there's a variety of different breathing exercises, and each time we will develop these ideas, develop this awareness, and use different exercises to do so. So just sitting in the legs. Now, in Taoist theory, yang, the energy of yang, it really describes expanding, opening, rising energy, okay? Initiating. So here, we want every part of the body to expand and rise. Okay, so this is yang. And now yin is returning, contracting, sinking, relaxing. So we sink back and we come back to the center of the body. And then we start the yang move again, every part of the body, the power of the legs, spine extending, arms extending, and turn that around, relaxing, coming back to the center. You try and get the feeling of this movement in your body and returning. Here the hands move to the side, and then they come back, fold over at the elbows and sink down, the shoulders and hips releasing together. And out to the side, big circling action. In breath, out breath, relaxing, sinking. Just feel the whole body moving, every part of the body. Some parts move a lot, like the arms, the hands. The legs move a fair amount, so you should be rising through the power of the legs and then sinking back into the legs, holding your weight as you sit. So the legs are moving quite a lot, but also the front of the body wants to open here, so the spine gently arches. And now the front of the body collapses and relaxes and folds down. So the front of the body gets shorter and the back opens. Here, the front of the body stretches, the back closes slightly, flips round, and the front's closing, the back's opening. And just feel those changes in the body. At first, you might need to slightly manage them, encourage those parts to join in as I'm describing. But the goal is when the body is relaxed and you understand the exercise, so the intention is clear and the awareness is flowing into the body, and the intention manifests clearly in the body through the awareness, and you don't have to do things. Everything changes in accordance with nature. So just relaxing, breathing in, and relaxing, and breathing out. This is a very easy exercise to learn, and it takes decades to master. So I'd encourage you to just see if you can just feel the body memory of this. Closing, returning, coming back to the center, then expanding, going out, opening, and relaxing, returning, sinking. So just feel those changes. Feel that relaxation and that ease. So we have the yin-yang symbol. This is the white fish and the black fish with the little dot in the middle, the little white dot in the middle of the black fish in the eye of the black fish, and the little black dot in the eye of the white fish. We have this is a diagrammatic representation of the philosophy, the theory. So here we're relaxing, collapsing, yin. But in that action of relaxing, we should retain the correct form. The joints should stay open, so you don't want to collapse the body completely. You don't want to sort of slump. You want to keep the correct form. You want to keep the joints open. And that's your little bit of yang and the yin. So as you collapse, really just kind of giving up position here, just coming back to the center. Keep the joints open, keep the form correct. Don't slump and switch off. There's your little white dot in the middle of the black fish, the yin fish. And now we'll talk about the yang and the little dot of yin in the eye of the yang fish. So we're expanding. It requires effort. This won't happen without you extending effort, exerting effort. But as you do that, as you exert effort into the movement, just feel the whole body very relaxed as you do it. Just feel that relaxation underpinning the effort that you're putting in. Last, yang, and coming back, sinking, relaxing, settling down. So that's the end of the session, guys. Thank you very much for coming. Try some of those exercises daily if you can. Thank you.